The title was, I returned my neighbor's new laptop to the shipping office. My neighbor and I aren't friends, but we wave when passing in vehicles or walking. About a year ago, my wife ordered something for one of our kids and it was delivered to the wrong house accidentally. Our house number and the mailboxes are very similar and they're easy to confuse. Think apartment number 668 and apartment 688. After a couple of days, I called and they sent me a photo taken of the box on my neighbor's front porch. I walked over to retrieve it and I was told that he took it back to the shipping hub. I was heading in that direction and he said that he was heading in that direction anyway. When I asked why he didn't either text me or just walk next door, he didn't have an answer. Okay, very frustrating. It took 5 more days for our item to arrive. On Friday afternoon, I'm working from home and I see a box is delivered to my porch. I go outside and get it and I see that it's his package. On the small return portion of the shipping label, it says Lenovo, 1-day rush, and the shipping sticker says $31.39. My neighbor assumably ordered a laptop by the weight of it and had it rushed over. I picked it up and I went straight to the shipping center. After all my errands were done, I was walking in at around 4:50. I didn't want to risk that they would try to re-deliver it before the end of the day. Yesterday, he comes over with a photo of the box on my front deck and he asked me if I have his box and says that it's very important. I responded with, I took it back to be redelivered. He looks almost enraged and says, but why? And I told him, that's the exact same question I asked you when you did it previously. I just thought this is what we were doing moving forward. He was walking down my driveway, shaking his head extra dramatically. But what's good for one person should be good for all of us, right? I love it. Match their fucking energy. I love it. I fucking love my late husband's little sister, an expensive gift, but not one to my sister-in-law. I, 29 female, started to date Kevin when I was 20 and he was 21. 1 year later, we had a daughter together. It was unexpected, of course, but we chose to keep the baby and give her all that we had. We got married a month afterwards. 6 months after she was born, my husband passed away in an accident. It was devastating and I still miss him to this day. He was the sweetest guy, and even though he was young, he was so centered and determined. As soon as I gave birth, he made sure to do everything related to the baby until I fully recovered, and he helped me with everything. Aww. I know it's what someone is supposed to do, but there's not many men who actually do it. He even helped me get in shape again. He didn't press for me to do it. I just wanted to. And he was just simply the best. Oh, it makes me so sad. After he passed away, I was completely fucked up. I had little help. My parents passed when I was young, and his parents are pretty old and sick. I only had help from my friends. I was devastated and exhausted all the time. I could barely shower because my baby cried a lot. I used almost all the money in his life insurance to buy a small apartment. It had 2 bedrooms, and we didn't have to pay rent. The rest of the money I saved for my daughters. I got a part-time job since I couldn't work many hours with my daughter. Her name is Kiara, but it was still too much work. This is where Anna, my boyfriend's little sister, showed up. She was 14 at the time, and she helped me a lot taking care of Kiara. I offered to pay her since she was taking her to the park and taking care of her for a few hours every day, but she completely refused. Oh, she told me Kiara was her niece and she just enjoyed taking care of her. She even gave me some old clothes from when she was a baby for my little girl. When she was 15, she got a job, and I realized that she would buy ice cream and candy for Kiara a few times. She also got a nice boyfriend that was her age. Oh, they would spend time together at my apartment or at the park nearby. Kiara loves them very, very much. Even though they broke up eventually, but they did get back together last year. Anyway, all the time that Anna spent with Kiara helps me. I got back into studying gastronomy. Ooh, I only had a year left, and afterwards I was able to get a really nice job at a restaurant, and I began to make a lot of money. Then I received an offer to work for a better restaurant, so I made more money because the payment was really higher. At that job is where I met my current husband, Leo, 30 male. So like I said, I'm not rich, but I do make a lot of money, at least compared to what I used to make. My husband also earns a lot, but we keep our accounts separated. Long story short, girl, it's already a long story, Pookie. Long story short, a couple of weeks ago, Anna graduated. I was really proud, and I know how hard she's been working for this. She doesn't have much, and she's been having trouble getting a new job since she was pretty far away from her old one. And now because I'm making a lot of money, I decided to give her a good gift because she deserves it. And she gave me a hand during my hardest time. Ooh, I bought a motorcycle for her. Now that's a gift. You said good gift. Sis is making money. She bought her a motorcycle. She is making money. Okay. All right. I bought a motorcycle for her. She loves motorcycles and she was really happy. And making someone like her happy is definitely worth it. The issue here is my sister-in-law, Mary, 18 female. Mary is this annoying brat who was always mean to me for no reason since I met her. So I decided, I don't know what word she said, but I don't think that's the word. Oh, I stopped trying to get along with her. When she found out about me giving Anna a motorcycle, she went nuts and demanded for me to do the same for her, since Anna really isn't family. How the fuck does that make sense? She's not really family. She is the auntie of my daughter. She is family. She's more family than you. She's related to my daughter by blood. Like, you are related to my daughter by marriage, which can be fucking ended with a piece of paper and a swipe of a pen. So I feel like if anybody's really gonna be family, you would be the one that would be, I told her that I wasn't gonna do that ever, but she insisted, and I told her to stop being a brat. I told her that I gave Anna the motorcycle because she gave me a hand during my hardest time. And the only thing that I got from her were insults and snarky comments. So I would rather throw money on I would rather throw my money in a volcano than to buy her a motorcycle. I also said that Anna was more than a family member to me than she could ever be. My husband is on my side, and so is my mother-in-law, but the rest of his family isn't. They're calling me an asshole. Then y'all buy the little bitch a motorcycle. That's my thing. Like, you want to be mad at me for not buying something for someone in your family? Fucking buy it. How much money do you have on it? Okay. This is kind of generating a mess in their family. I honestly wonder if I took things too far by putting on the same level, putting myself in the same level of a teenager. I wouldn't have reacted that way if she hadn't said that Anna wasn't my family, because she is and she always will be, to me as well as my daughter. However, anyways, am I the asshole? Absolutely not. OP is not the asshole. One, you're not entitled to spend your money on anybody. Even if it was a set of fucking twins, if one helped you more than the other, you are 100% justified in buying something for one child and not the other. Now, buying a gift for one child and a separate gift for another child is 100% acceptable. Leaving one out is not. But this girl is 18 years old. She's not even a fucking child. She's not entitled to not anything. Nothing. So for her to hear that you're spending your money on someone else and then demand that you spend money on her too is out. Anna was 14 years old and she stepped up to take care of a 6-month-old child that was not hers. She didn't have to. Even at 15, her and her boyfriend were spending the little bit of money that they had and a little bit of time that they could spend together with your child. She 100% deserves everything that you want to give her. Everything, because she helped you, and when you offered to pay her, she told you no, that she was simply doing it because this was her niece and she loved her. She deserves everything that you want to give her. You're right. As well as after losing her brother. To Anna, this was probably her way of keeping her brother's memory alive, making sure that she is still in contact with the one piece that her brother was able to leave behind in this world. She did her job as an auntie at a very young age, and she deserves everything. She's fucking everything. She's everything. Anna's awesome. We like Anna. My wife ruined my birthday. I will beat anybody up. So today, I woke up at 8 a.m. My dad had called me, so I spent 2 hours on the couch while she slept in. I nicely made breakfast, and then we settled down on the couch. I like to keep my birthday extremely low-key. I don't need anything flashy or expensive, nor do I need a really big party. I really just wanted to relax, especially because we lost our 8-month-old puppy on Thursday night. Aww. It's so sad. We have a tradition that we take the kids to the local Christmas light attractions on my birthday. There's a couple extra things that we do, like snow tubing and whatnot. As I was getting the kids ready, they kept running away and doing whatever they wanted. My wife was all about herself and making sure everything was big for pictures. Not exactly what I think we really should have been worrying about, but to each their own. So after about 30 minutes of waiting to go, we were ready to leave until our neighbor came down the sidewalk. She quickly shut the door because she doesn't like them. And I said I was just going to get our youngest in the car. My neighbor struck up a conversation and asked me when we were talking about my birthday. They told me happy birthday and asked me what was going on with the house, and as I have some work going on. We both had to go, and that was that. She flipped her shit at me. I feel like this was a normal interaction. For some reason, my wife hates the neighbors. I don't know what her deal is, and I told her that I just don't share that hatred. Because to me, shit is normal. Even the people that I hate, I can still have a friendly, good weather conversation. I really don't see a reason to pick a fight or to just blatantly ignore our neighbors. Next thing, she decides that she's going to cancel the family outing because of the small chat I had with our neighbor. We spent 30 minutes going back and forth. Finally, she decides to come and things go fine for about 10 minutes. Then she reignites the argument and demands a divorce. During the ride there, she brings up previous people that she's manufactured false narratives in her head for and just calls me a cheater over the whole interaction with our neighbor. We finally got to where the Christmas light attractions were and we calmed down. The night seemed to be going okay and everything seemed to be diffused until she decided we should all go ice skating. Well, we had just taken a picture and my arm was still around her neck. I hit a dip on the ice and I lost my footing. I couldn't fall forward onto the kids or right as there were other kids, so I tried to fall back and twist away, but I may have slightly nudged her forward. She got mad and said I did that on purpose. I told her it was an accident and that I was sorry. That seemed the end of it until again in the car, she just says that I artificially engineered myself falling so I can push her as some perceived payback from earlier. I said, that's fucking insane, and it was an accident. I don't really know why we're rehashing the same old bullshit. I said that I'm not having this argument, and I turned up the music. Their kids are in the back seat. She's doing all of this, and their kids are in the back seat. I decided to turn up the music. She turns it off and continues to just yell and berate me as I'm driving. Then she demands that I pull over, and she gets out of the car so she can leave. She demands that I pull over and get out of the car so she can leave me stranded on the side of the interstate. She even threatened to call 911 on me on my birthday. What? Well, she made it clear when we got home that she intends to divorce me. She went to every length to try to keep me in the cohabitable area and just left me all the main chores and to clean up our dog shit that he decided to take in our room. So happy birthday to me. It feels really great to be appreciated and loved on my birthday. Okay. Bro made an edit. He says, I really appreciate people trying to say that she's just had an affair. Excuse me. While I can't rule out something emotional, I know she's physically never had the opportunity. We did previously file for divorce, but we mutually agreed after I moved out to terms that Yes, we could move forward and withdraw the divorce form. We moved into the current house where she has issues with the neighbors. It's my name that's on the mortgage, and I can't simultaneously pay for another place to be, so I have to stick it out until she decides to move out. But yes, I guess at this point, it's better we file and stop this from happening in front of the kids. Unfortunately, I don't think I can pick the venue until after she's moved out on her terms. That fucking sucks. Honestly, I feel like, bro, your wife she's doing something and she's taking it out on you. Whatever the fuck it is that she's going through, something has happened to her. She's taking it out on the wrong person, and that alone is enough for you to divorce. Instead of even acknowledging your birthday, she decided to tear down every single fucking thing that you did in the world. Like, do people not accidentally bump into their partners? You guys are fucking ice skating. Everybody out there tripped and stumbled over something. Like, and for her to take it as far, you purposely engineered something so that you could bump into me. He didn't say he made the bitch eat ice. She didn't chip her tooth. She didn't break her fucking arm. He fell and nudged her and she stumbled. But it's his fault because he purposely did it. This bitch has her own fucking problems. I truly feel like they have their issues. They have their own issues because he said that they previously applied for a divorce before. So clearly the relationship isn't going great. It's not perfect, okay? But I truly feel like she just didn't want him to have his day. Because if it was her birthday, she would have 100% left him to deal with the kids by himself. I truly feel like she just did not want him to enjoy his birthday. That's it and that's all.